The aim for this vision board was to create something cosy. There's nothing necessarily grand or dramatic about it. I'm very much a believer that a quiet life is not a wasted life. There will be those who will do great things, and there will be those who will do small things, but each of those small things can create something great. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, so when it comes to making bucket lists and vision boards, they are all about doing things that I enjoy and things that will bring little but frequent happiness. A big part of that in spring for me is seeing the flowers bloom. From the daffodils to the cherry blossoms, the bluebells, there are just so many beautiful flowers that bloom this time of year, and I always want to make the most of them. The pictures of the flowers that I've picked for this vision board are actually all my own. I'm fortunate to live in the English countryside, and there are a lot of places around me where I can go and view the flowers. I know this isn't as easy for people living in cities and other places, but I do encourage you to go flower viewing if you can, as it's just so relaxing, and to me it feels such a true spring activity. A lot of the other images relate to hobbies. I am someone who loves her hobbies. They bring me a lot of joy. However, I have some that have fallen away a little or I've not done in a while, and I think that spring is as good a time as any to return to some of them. Art is a big one that I wish to return to. For a while when I was younger, I had actually wanted to be an art teacher, and I've always really loved art. However, it is a hobby that has kind of disappeared as years have gone on. I feel like when I was younger, I would make art for the fun of it. I would draw and paint and not care about it being good or productive in some manner. I want to return to that mindset. Draw and paint because, why not? Not trying to make it be something more than what it is. A bit of fun to pass the time. I really do feel like I come alive again in spring. I have previously not been one who suffers from kind of like seasonal depression, but over the last 2 years I definitely noticed a dip in my mood and energy levels during the winter months. I need this kind of hibernation time. I showed you briefly, but I've only just now created like my bucket list and kind of goals for 2026, kind of 3 months into it. I kind of feel like we're rushed to have everything ready at the start of the year, when actually we can set our goals whenever we choose to. I have more motivation now that the sun is shining and the sky is blue. The things that I had been considering over winter, I finally feel up to working towards achieving them. And I think it's important to work with how you feel opposed to how we're kind of told to work. The calendar might start in January, but you don't have to have everything worked out then. What about you guys? Are you looking forward to and enjoying spring? Do you have any bucket list items for the season? Do share in the comments, I would love to know. Another hobby that I have on here is reading. Not that I need any encouragement for that. I'm already set up to have one of my best reading years in terms of the number of books read. I guess those miserable rainy days were good for something. I kind of really hope this reading mood continues and I will be able to get through my Spring TBR. If you've been with my channel for a while, you'll know that usually for me, TBR lists are where books go to die. I will make a TBR then not touch any of the books on it. However, I have an overall goal this year to reduce my physical TBR, so I feel more motivated to read the books on my list. I haven't actually counted how many unread books that I own. Most of them aren't random buys, but kind of like later books in series that I haven't got to, or gifts that I haven't got around to reading. I do have a Notion page going through my physical TBR, but I will have to update it so I can see what books I need to kind of prioritise reading. Not exactly a hobby anymore, but I do have writing on this vision board. For anyone new, first, hello and thank you for joining us. I'm Katie Kay and I am a debut fantasy author. My novel Red Witch is being published and will be out the 30th of September. It is a fairy tale retelling fantasy and all the details for it, including how to pre-order, can be found in the description below. I am currently working on the sequel to Red Witch and I have been struggling with it. I have had a really tough time getting this first draft off the ground, but I really hope I don't jinx myself in saying this, but I am finally getting somewhere with it. So I very much hope that I can get this first draft completed in spring. I really hope so. I just want it done at this point. But that is work, and as much as I love it, that's not the focus of this vision board. Picnics, however, very much are. I love a picnic. I love baking goodies for a picnic, eating said goodies. I honestly cannot wait for it to be like picnic season again. There is just something so fun about them. Plus you can invite a friend or go on a solo picnic with some of your favourite hobbies to do. They're just so much fun and a lovely way to be out enjoying the sunshine. I didn't really know what I was going to do with this spread, but I do love how it's turned out. I obviously found the images I wanted both from my own photos and Pinterest, but I wasn't sure how they would all look together or what colours I'd go for with the washi tapes. But I really like it. I was finally able to use some of these stickers I've had from a Notebook Therapy mystery bag that are all cherry blossom themed. They have these cute little characters in some of them, which just gives the spread a kind of magical feel and sort of embodies how I want my spring to be, full of everyday whimsy.